All right, I'm on hole number 9 of the 2020 Winter Major. I'm in the opening round of the rookie division. Let's go check out the high-res images here. All right, hole number 9. All right, I'm gonna take a Power 5 ball, an Apocalypse, and 4 topspin, an APOC 4. I'm gonna take a Rose ball, Power 5, and I'm going to bring a Sniper as my secondary club. My goal is to get my red line up in here so that I can actually engage a little bit of backspin with my Sniper and go right at it. 4 topspin on this drive, no more than 4 topspin. Now you'll notice down here on my grid, on my curl grid, there's a magenta violet colored tab right there. And that particular one I put on here, I've hit this shot with the APOC several times, and that's how much curl I put on there when I achieve the best landing spot down here. So I put a little tick on there so I'd know how much curl to put on. That's why there's that little magenta one down there, or violet. I think of it as violet. All right, here we go. All right, APOC 4. It's weird playing with Apocalypse. I haven't really played that much with an Apocalypse in this account because I never really had one in here until just recently. So, APOC Sniper. All things being even, those are the only 2 things I'm going to need other than that Rose ball. The goal here is not to do any overpower, to let the wind do the work for me, to carry me out into the fairway. But the key here is no more than 4 topspin. You can get down into that hole for I've seen the deepest I've seen is 416, and where I want to be is right around 400. And if you get to 390, you're still in the good stuff. I mean, if you bring a Power 5 ball and a Sniper, you still got a great shot coming in for Albie. Wind's going, kind of pushing us out there into the fairway a little bit, so it's pushing us off to the left towards the fairway. And you can get this done with a Power 3 ball. I did this in the practice rounds. You can let that wind bleed you up there. The only deal is you got to do max overpower, so that's a variable. If you hit this perfect, you're fine. It's no big deal. But if you don't hit it perfect, you take a big risk, especially on the left-hand side, because the fairway gets shorter. The farther you go out there on the left-hand side, the fairway gets shorter, and then bam, you can end up bleeding off into the fairway. Or excuse me, bleeding off the fairway into the rough. Max and 4, no more than 4. So the wind's going to push me off this way. It's 1.6 per ring. So there's 3.2. It's going to push me off in this direction about that far. Okay. I want to be off right there. And then I'm going to put that much curl on it. Hitting it perfect. I'm trying to pick up the fairway and go right straight dead center down the middle. And you see there where it lands, if I hit that great to the right, I could be in a little trouble. And that was all of where I set it up at the beginning of the opening there. I could set it up just a little bit more. I had plenty of room there on the left-hand side. I probably could have hit it 2 rings great on the left, and I may have still been in the fairway. So I can start it off just a little bit more to the left. I want to make sure I give myself a good solid 1 ring great to the left or the right, and I still end up down in the fairway about where I'm at. That's a great recovery shot. Nice shot. They gave themselves a good look at it. They still have some serious work to get done, but they did put themselves in a spot. And I'm going to do a 10% wind adjustment to the cup. I need to be just a little back, and I want to be my blue ring off. I'm going right at the lower part of the cup. 10% wind adjustment, that's 2.8. That's going to give me 3, right at 3.1. Just try and hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. Gave myself a look at it. Get in the hole. Now, I've hit this shot several times where I hit the 10% and I didn't do the 10%, and I'm just off of that side. I'm going to change that because I've hit it several times where I'm right there at it, and the 10% seemed like it should have been a 20%. And I mean, I'm right there on the deal. One of the times I hit that, it came through there just a little hot. It rolled past the cup, probably 2 or 3 of those squares. It's probably like 3 yards past the cup. And it looked like it might have blown through the break. But it does look like I need to do a 20% instead of a 10. I'm going to change it because I hit that perfect and it was off to the right, or excuse me, off to the left. The wind's blowing to the left. And I was on the right hand. So if you look at the cup, I was on the right portion of the cup, right hand side of the flagpole. So ending up to the left, wind blowing to the left, not doing enough of a wind adjustment. So I changed that on my notes to 20. So that's how I'm playing hole number 9. Giving myself an Albie look on hole number 9 is what's important. But hole number 9 really just boils down to that drive shot. If you achieve your drive, you're good. You're golden. If you don't achieve your drive, you're in trouble. All right, that was the front 9. So my goal going in on the front 9 was to shoot the minimum score of -13, and I want to pick up 1 on each side, looking for a -14 for a -28 finish. And I believe that a -28 finish is the minimum. And when we talk about minimum score, you can look at -12 as being a minimum. But when we get down to the brass tacks of what's it going to take to win a banner, not necessarily like if you come into this tournament and you shoot a -12, and you come in with a -24, you're definitely going to make the weekend round, and you're definitely going to be you're going to be in the top 50. Depending on your bracket, you could be in the top 30 with a 24. If you want to break into that top 15, you're probably looking at having to shoot the -13 and looking at a -26. If you shoot a -26 in most of the brackets, you're gonna have a pretty good finish. But if you want to get a win, and we're talking about what it takes minimum score to get a banner, it all starts with a 28. You got to shoot the -28 in order to put yourself in a position to get a banner. If you shoot a -28 or better, you've given yourself a great opportunity for a banner. And in some brackets, you've given yourself an opportunity for the win. I think in my brackets, it's probably by the time the weekend round comes, if I shoot a -30, I've gave myself a shot for a win. If I shoot anything less than a -30, and I'm in between -28 and -30, I've given myself a look at a banner. But anything less than a -28, and I'm just, now I'm trying to stay in the top 10 in a major. I want to get those major kingmakers. So, you want to end up in the top 10. But if I'm looking for a banner and I want to win this major, this has got to be my score. And so coming in, finishing up the front 9 with a -15, that puts me on track for that. So I finally put a whole round together. Picked up a few shots and was able to get 3 and 7. But my focus, and it's going to be my focus when I go into the back 9, is hole number 12 and hole number 16. If I just shoot the minimum score on the rest of them and I pick up, and I just get my birdie, what is 5? Birdie, eagle, and I just get the minimum score going across, but I pick up 3 and 16, that's at that -13 on a side. And it all starts with the minimum score and then trying to pick up another shot, any other shot somewhere along the way. So achieved what I wanted to on the front 9, actually picked up 1 more than I had anticipated, and I need to stay on that track. And that's what it's going to take. That type of round right there is what it's going to take in order to win this weekend. So shooting a -15 on a side is what you really want when you're looking at trying to win for the weekend round. But going into the opening round, my focus is to standardize hole number 3 and hole number 7. Those are the holes that really count. All right, that was hole number 9 of the 2020 Winter Major in the opening round of the Rookie Division. Thanks for watching.